Hi guys, Jason here, and we're up, getting ready to go over Vail Pass, and the chain law's up, and I'm going to show you guys how to chain up. We got old chains, and we got bagged new chains. When you're chaining up, you need to lay these chains up like this. You want to lay them over, and you lay them the same way on both sides. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get these cams on the outside. These cam part goes on the outside. You got these hooks. Different kinds of chains. You got them like this, where you got these hooks like this. You got different types of chains. Not wear any clothes you care about, because these old rusty chains will get you all dirty. Make sure you're wearing warm clothing. When you got, especially with these old chains, you're gonna get dirty chaining no matter what. All the links are gonna be all messed up, and you're gonna have to mess with them. All the chain links are going to be all twisted, and they're going to be all messed up. You're going to have to mess with it. Sometimes you'll have to mess around. If you're lucky, they're just going to come out and go right on. When you lay these chains down, you want to make sure that they are all laying so that you can set up, because you're going to want to drive either backwards or forwards. And you want to make it, right now we're setting it up so that we can drive forward a little bit. These chains are going to come up, and then you stop so that this end is hanging right about here, somewhere in this area. And then ideally this part is going to come underneath and be over here. You're going to have all that length. You'll pick that up and you'll hook it on together. And we're going to do that part here in a second. So we're going to get the other ones laid out. That's old chains right here. When opening up a new bag of chains, you're going to need some sort of a sharp knife. Because there's no way, it's really hard to rip them. That's really hard plastic. This is fabric on the outside and hard plastic on the inside. You're going to need a knife to get in. There's usually 2 sets of chains in a bag, and there's usually at least one of these, and they start out shiny, but they get all rusty like those over there. So this is a chaining tool to tighten up the cams, to tighten the chains down. Make sure you don't lose that, because you're going to need it to tighten those chains down. like the other side, you want to make sure you lay them so that you're going to drive forward a little bit, and then get this side to roll underneath, and this part will come up, and we'll want it to stop right about here, but we want that chain to come out here so we can bring it up and connect it. So that end is going to hook up to that end, and then we're going to tighten it up. So you want to lay it as evenly as you possibly can on both sides. Normally you'd be chaining with your co-driver. They're going to do one side and you're going to do the other. But we want to do this film so you can see what chaining's all about. You're gonna need a knife to be able to cut. Usually there's not so much stuff to cut, usually it's just the bag. Alright guys, now you gotta have someone up in the cab and you have to signal to him and he's gonna go forward until we can get this to come up. So you gotta tell your co-driver when to stop. If you're doing this solo, then you're just gonna have to keep an eye on your mirrors and watch for this. He's gonna have his truck, his differentials on. Okay. All right. If it falls over, it's not a big deal. Just hopefully they didn't hook together. Good luck. All right. So we almost went forward too far, but we didn't. We got it. Okay, on these chains we got these hooks. And it would be better, easier for me to show you on that one, but you want to get as many links deep as you can, and you always do the inside first. You always want to get as many of these. See this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. You got those on both sides. You want to get as many of those links onto this hook as you possibly can and be able to hook both sides. You want these chains on as tight as you possibly can. Any looseness, you want these so tight you can barely tighten them down with the cams, because they're going to loosen up as you drive. So you're going to have to get them on once, and then you're going to have to drive a little bit, and then you might have to stop and retighten them. Guys, I told you to keep a hold of your tightening tool. Guess what I did? Make sure you don't do this. When we pulled forward, I forgot to grab my tool at the top of the tire, and now we got underneath there. Thankfully, we got another set of chaining, a new bag that I can get another bag. So we got another bag, and I'll have to cut in here and get the other chain tightener. So, one of those things you want to make sure you don't do. Just make sure you keep your chaining tool in your pocket or something.
Look inside the door.
Alright, got another one. Took it out of the other new bag. Okay, with this style, you gotta bring this in. They make these in different ways. This is a smaller version of it, where you gotta put this through a chain. And for some reason, we're not able to get more links off of it off the back, and so, I don't know, we're just gonna have to go with it. So somehow, we're gonna have to manipulate this over. You see, you got this little slider deal. We gotta get this hook in that slider deal. Okay, now we got that on there. Now we got to go around, tighten all these cams and make these cross sections are crooked. Make sure you get them straighter than this. It can promote chains falling off or getting in a bind. Make sure that they're tight. And how this works is, you got this end. Goes into this hole. You want to twist. This side, this link is going to go all the way through here. I'll show you. What you got to do is twist, and this ain't easy. Because you got to hold this tightening tool chaining wrench just right. And that's what it should look like when it's all tight. Then, when you get to the last one, sometimes you're not be able to tighten it. But we're going to have to drive forward a few feet, and that'll loosen it up, and then you can usually tighten them up a bit. Because you want these as tight as possible. You do not want these falling off. Because, especially like with these crossfires, if these chains fall off and fall in between the two dualies, they can rip these lines off between the two tires. They get you two flat tires or do other kinds of damage. And so you want to get these as tight as you can, because they're going to loosen up while you're driving. They're going to stretch and loosen, scrape, and everything else. So that's pretty tight. We're going to have to wait till we drive forward. Now we get to do this one. Try to get as many of these links. Try to get as many of these links in as possible. The tighter you get them, the better. Usually you can get about 3 or 4 if you're lucky, 5. And this looks like a newer chain than that one. This one might be a little easier to put on than that first one, which was a real hassle. What you want to do is bring this up and try to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can get that, the 4th link. See if you can get these links or not. You want to get 1, 2, 3, 4 links in. And those 3, I think. Yeah. You want about 4 links. 1, 2, 3, 4 to start out with. And then hopefully you can go back and get another link after you get this. Okay. You want to pull and pull. That's how you can get as many links as you can. And I don't know about you guys, but I always got to go barehanded because I can never just get that grip. Always want to make sure all your cams are in their open spot so that they're not tightened down. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to get one more link out of this once we tighten things up a little bit. Alright, now, same thing as before, tighten all these cams. Those are turning way too easy, so that tells me that they didn't get that tight enough. So we're definitely gonna have to retighten. This one's getting a little tighter. It should not be easy to turn at all. Like this one.
Yep.
Okay, if you see how these are all tightened. Now, a lot of people, like guys, will use bungee cords. I've never used bungee cords. What the bungee cords do is keep these together. Pulls this, you usually pull like one up and down and one, and you crisscross them, or you get those octopus things. And those tend to be, I don't know, just never used them. I've never chained with them. They just never seem necessary. All right, we're gonna go do the other side now. One thing you got to be careful about. Hopefully these didn't get hooked together, and hopefully nope.
Good.
If we would have drove any farther, this front one would have got underneath this tire, and then we would have had to re-back up and re-put these on. So just gotta be real careful about making sure you stop your co-driver quick enough, and hopefully they're paying attention to you and all that. So just one of those things to watch out for. These are brand new chains that they just came out of the bag, so these should go on easy peasy. Remember, the cams go out. These cams always go to the outside of the tire so you can tighten them. And you can usually go for 4 lengths on these new ones. A lot of times you can get 5 out of them right off the bat. The tighter you can manpower these together from the get-go, the better luck you're gonna have. That's why we like new chains, because they go on nice and easy. Old chains are always bent up and they're always got problems with them. New chains like rarely ever give you problems. See how shiny these are? They won't look like that when we're done driving over Vail Pass. Well, I got all 4 of them tightened. All right, we can cut this video off and then I'll show you the next step here.